packed up and we're heading out to Seattle. We have a photo shoot for Kill Built today, so we're gonna do like a whole behind the scenes of running my clothing brand and the business, how things are going, everyone that's gonna be there. It's gonna be sick. Like, I love shooting behind the scenes. But yo, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. For any of you guys that are new here, my name is Levi. So like I said, we're heading out to Seattle today. We got the car packed. We have a whole studio rented out to shoot Kill Built. We kind of did this last time, but this time I'm the video and photo guy on set for the other brands as well. So this will be pretty cool. You guys get to see me behind the camera in a different way, like me shooting the actual stuff rather than like saying, hey
yo, what's going on, YouTube?
So that'll be cool. We're waiting on Jonathan to get here. Jonathan's been, has he been on this channel? I know he's on the old channel, and he owns a company called Gospel Lifters, which is a fitness clothing brand centered around Christianity, which is super cool. And then we have Rory with Elevate. So they're going to be here, or at least Jonathan's going to be here in just a second, and then we're going to be heading out.
I mean, Rory, we're almost there.
Whatever, I'll see you later.
Me and my business partner, we're starting another. Yeah. It's called Gospel.
Oh, we got the man, the myth, the legend today, Rory Holland. What we got going on today, Rory?
The
what do we got?
YouTuber's out. We're doing a little studio action. We're doing a little NBA test action.
Oh,
we're doing a little.
What are those?
Let's go.
Come on, let's get it. We got Jonathan too. Oh my gosh, dude, what is going on?
You know, we got some major stuff going down today. Just another day in the office. We're out here shooting, doing big things. So
come on,
stay tuned.
All right, awesome.
Now we have to go get this guy's, we have to wake this dude up at his studio to get the lockbox info, so that's what we're gonna do.
You on the patio right now.
What you guys are currently seeing right now is me taking a bunch of photo and video for Jonathan's clothing brand, more specifically Flat Lays. And the reason I'm taking Flat Lays is because Jonathan actually also hired me to do a website revamp for him. So I am taking Flat Lays because he was like, hey, I just want Flat Lays for the display for my website. So I was like, all right, I got you. So that's why you see me getting up on the chair and getting back down. Normally what I would have is there's this product photo thing that I use. So essentially you put the camera on it over the top of the product so that the camera's in a standstill the whole time, so you don't have to move the camera every time you change the product. But it didn't get to my house on time. I ordered it days in advance. It just got delayed in shipping, so that sucked. But yeah, it is what it is. But one thing that Jonathan, Rory, and I decided to do from here on out is we're probably gonna rent this studio again, but we're gonna try to do it every 3 months. The reason for this is because Rory and I actually ran out of content from our last shoot in May that I didn't shoot, or he didn't. We actually hired someone for that one, but we ran out of content and we were getting stagnant. We're like, hey, we can't let this continue to happen. We need to continuously shoot content. So we need to get on this. We need to start scheduling these days out and getting these things done. So look forward to more of these in the future. Today was a huge failure, and you guys may have not have seen that through the eyes or the lens that you guys are currently looking through on the channel. But yeah, today was just a huge failure. It was just so messy the way that all of this went down. And yeah, I mean, that's probably why I didn't capture too much on video. It was just, we were all over the place. And I'm going to explain why here in just a second, but I want to highlight one thing about failure really quick, because this is something that's really helped me, because I used to be really bad with failure. But if you can't ever learn from failure, you're probably going to keep failing, because most of the time what keeps people from achieving their goals is the fact that they can't learn from failure. Every single time they fail, they beat themselves up instead of taking a step back and saying, hey, what did I do wrong and what can I fix so this doesn't happen next time? They just sit in like that self-pity, that dread of their failure, instead of just looking at it like, hey, next time I won't do this and it'll better set me up for success in the long run. So, that's what I'm trying to absorb from this. So I learned a lot, but at the same time, it was just one big failure. So even from the day before, which was yesterday, we had all of our models canceled. So that showed me that on the weekends is the only time we can shoot now, because it's hard to get, everyone works. It's hard to get people, you know, to come and shoot. You know, normally I wouldn't even take a Friday off for myself, even though I write my own schedule. Normally I would want a Saturday too. So everyone worked. We didn't have any models because of that. And then we also didn't realize how much time flat lays would take. So Jonathan hired me to do his photography for his new website and do his website for him for his brand. And the flat lays took a whole 2 hours and 30 minutes, which was a really long time. You know, I didn't expect it to be that long. He learned some things about that too. And then we also didn't realize that 3 brands might be too much to be shooting all at once, you know, especially in that time frame, because if you have 2 people on camera, you know, and you don't have any models, that's kind of a huge problem. Not kind of a huge problem, it is a huge problem, because you can only use one person at a time and you can't get all of the content that you need in that time frame, you know, because you can only utilize so much space at once. You can only use one person at once. So that was a huge thing that we learned that we shouldn't do next time. So I think the point being is that, you know, we can dissect every single reason why this didn't work and apply these learning lessons to the next time that we do this so it doesn't happen again. And, you know, it's really what I just said about the failure. So, you know, we're going to try to do that next time. And the reason I'm explaining this to you guys and talking about failure is because something that Jonathan and I were talking about on the ride up to Seattle, and it's this thing that I call the fishing effect. So my sister's boyfriend and I, every single time we've gone fishing, it's usually because we look on a Facebook community chat that we're in that has a bunch of different rivers from our area, and people are posting themselves catching fish all the time on there, right? And so what we think to ourselves is,
dang, dude, tons of people are catching fish. Let's go catch fish.
And, you know, everyone's doing it. We get there and we don't catch anything. And we get tricked into going because we saw people catching fish there. But what we didn't realize is that the only people that are posting to that community are people actually catching fish. And that's only 3% of the community that's actually catching fish. 97% of the community that are going aren't catching fish. And social media is the same way. Too often we go on social media and we see people winning, we see people who are uber duper successful, but what we don't understand is the fact that they are part of a small percentage, right? I think it's easy for us to look at people who are winning and examine ourselves and go,
dang, what's wrong with me? Like, how come I tried that and I didn't win?
Or how come, you know, this person's so successful and I'm not? And there's so many variables. It could be that that person failed so many times and you just don't know about it, or someone got lucky, you know? And I'm sharing my failure simply because this is just the reality. The reality is the 97% that you see. 3% winnings is not reality. You know, it would be a miracle if somehow we went out today and the shoot just went according to plan. You know, in the future it will. And I'll be able to record it. And some people might look at it and be like,
man, this guy's so lucky. Like, how did things go so smoothly?
It's like, no, I failed, I learned, and I overcame, you know? And that's just the mentality you have to have toward these type of things, you know? I think it's what makes a man, and I think it's what establishes success in the minds of people who become successful. But yeah, it is what it is. I actually got off the phone with Rory before recording this, and we were just like, dude, today was just ridiculous. And, you know, again, we learned a lot, but we won't make the same mistakes next time. So, is what it is. Took a loss today. But next time we won't, because we'll know what to do, because we learned. That's going to do it for today's video. Just kind of want to show you guys behind the brand. This is a lot of, you know, building the brand. It's not just like success popping up out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? It took a long time. Same thing with like my physique. Everything that I've, you know, accomplished or whatever. It's because I have failed countless times to get to where I'm trying to go, you know? It's even with like bodybuilding and running a marathon, like I didn't qualify for Boston. Why? Probably because my training wasn't long enough. I didn't have the proper training in place. Like there's so much. So never beat yourself up because you're trying and you're failing. But that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys liked today's video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a like. If any of you guys are new here, do not forget to press that subscribe button because you guys know I will be back. And as always, die trying to do what you love. The sky's the limit. See you all in the next one.